Okay, we're live. Now I'm going to screen share. You can see all my stuff.
Okay, everything is there now.
Can you see the matrix?
Yeah, I can see it, but it is too small to read it.
Okay, let me see if I can make it big. How about there?
Zoom in.
Better.
Okay. The only thing is I can't see myself, but that's okay.
Zoom in, Valerie. It's still too small.
Zoom in more?
Yeah.
How's that?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah, now better.
All right.
Cooperation and communication review. Okay.
This is our group matrix that we worked on together regarding the project.
Okay.
And where did we begin? We began in this square right here where it talked about what was important to us about the project, right?
Yes.
So this was effective communication with one another, respecting one another during the process, not settling for mediocre work. So we all agreed that we want the highest grade that we can get with the project. Total evaluation and understanding of the subject matter. So this is all really important to us as we are going into the field to be BCBAs. So it's important for us to have that knowledge as we're training newer staff.
Okay.
Being open to criticism and feedback is a part of collaborating with others, and this is something that we realize that we're going to see in the field as well. We have to collaborate with people with different specialties, so this is a nice way to practice it. And
yeah, that's the basic thing. We have to collaborate with not only with each other, with the coming employees and the family. We have to be more cooperative so that we can have a good communication with them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So like this is our time to practice it and perfect it now.
Yes.
And then we moved to this square at the bottom right, the away, which talks about our thoughts and our feelings about the process.
Oh, we forgot receiving the highest grade possible on the project.
Oh, yes, receiving the highest grade possible on the project. So that kind of goes along with the not settling for mediocre.
Despite we are the lowest in number, we have to get the best grade.
Exactly. We have the smallest group. We are 3.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. And then this away, we talked about this is the stuff that we're, our internal dialogue, our thoughts and our feelings about the process.
Yeah, filling in the.
So I believe our thoughts were the italicized ones.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And our feelings
were
the caps lock.
Yes. Okay. So some of the feelings that we were feeling is pressure to perform at a higher level since we are graduate students. And for all of us, this is our very last semester. We're going to graduate. So the pressure is really on.
And we're trying to do our very best.
Exactly.
That's what's required.
We feel like we don't have enough resources to be successful. Because
with the summer class, it is short.
Go ahead.
No, like what I'm saying is, since the summer class is short and with less numbers, so it is hard to make a lot of resources at the same time. We are working, we are having those short hours, plus we are short in number.
Yeah. So those are some of our stressors. And then some of the feelings we have as a group is that we might not be able to be successful in the project because we only have 3 members and it is a lot of work to take on compared to the other groups that have 5 or 8 members. They have more people to kind of do the research and bounce ideas off of each other.
That's right.
And I think we all talked about too, as collectively as a group, we're really excited to create a tool like this to use in our practice. So this is not something that just gets left behind in grad school. This is something we can apply.
We carry on to our field.
Yeah.
You never know, we might be training new staff one day.
Right. And then as we move away from this stuff and into, what we can have under our control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing comes the cooperation
with each other, constantly reviewing materials for the project. Like we're always texting each other to see who has what articles, where we can help each other, constantly doing research for the project.
And helping each other on finding articles and forwarding to each other. That's very helpful. That saves a lot of time. At the same time, it helps each other. When we are sharing the articles, that's what's supposed to do. But instantly we are doing it, so it doesn't take time the other person to read the article.
Right. It's nice we collectively gather resources for each other.
Yeah.
And then we're also really great about like providing feedback and suggestions to each other. A lot of times we check in and like, hey, can you read this section? Does this sound right? And do I have the format correct?
That's so true. I do that all the time.
We try really hard to distribute the work evenly among group members to kind of lift off the pressure. So a great example was we didn't know that each section, like prior to beginning the project, we all just took sections, but we didn't know it was going to be section by section each week. So poor Sarah took like an entire section to herself.
Yeah.
So we divvied that up today. So that way she doesn't have to take an entire section.
And then we also had to pick up Katie's sections, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, she picked a lot of sections, but when she leaves us, all the sections has to be. They are too much.
Yeah, we had to redistribute those sections and figure out who was gonna do what.
Right. And then what I really like about our group too is that even though we talk about how this is your section, this is my section, actually we collaborate a lot. So it's not always entirely one person's section. Everybody has feedback and input into it.
Yeah, and does some little part at least.
Of course, the situation also forces us to be like that. I cannot say this is my section, or you cannot say this is my section. Unless we work together, we cannot hit the target. It is obvious.
Mm-hmm. And that goes along with helping each other for training project sections. And then the last one, this inner world thoughts and feelings. Is
what could we be seen doing to move towards who or what is important?
Yes. So turning in the work on time, which we've all been really great about doing. Even kind of before we know it's due, we're all checking in with each other. Like, are you done with your section? Do you need help with your section?
Yeah.
Reaching out to the professor with questions. So we're always reaching out to Dr. B. Holding each other accountable and providing help when needed. So that goes back to the constant texts and emails or even our meetings. I think we've kind of bumped up to meeting twice a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that we're texting each other like every day during the week.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have been working other group work, but I never work like this intense with the other groups.
Yeah. I feel like it has to do too with like the intense timelines, but in a way it's kind of good because we're on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah, but that helps to perfect the subject matter also. It helps you once you are so intense and communicate to each other. That helps us also.
Definitely.
Learn more on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And then we, on the drive, we created a folder that houses all of our research, our resources. So it's something that we all have access to, and as well as the working document for the training guide. So this is the part about sharing research articles and discussing their importance in the project. And then actively participating in group discussions. That happens every time we meet. Everybody is bringing some kind of idea.
Put their own input.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy about that. I see it before that nobody talks and they disappear in the middle of the meeting and they are in the meeting. But in our case, we all talk, we all discuss. So that is, I'm getting a lot from this class.
Same.
I feel the same.
And I feel like we've been really great about encouraging each other. I know, like, at the beginning of the week, we're usually like, there's so much to do. How are we going to get it done? But then, you know, we're like, we could do it. And then we're up late with each other. Thank you, Dowie, for your flexibility. I know you're in a different time zone.
I'm okay with that. I am glad that you are giving me all the encouragement I can get. So that makes me go forward.
This was kind of our thought process when we created the matrix together. And I think it really helped kind of bring us, you know, a little bit closer as a group because we found out that we all have similar goals and feelings about the project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'm going to stop screen share. Okay.